to Shine Like a Diamond. If you are new here, I am Beth, and some people do call me Shine. You can call me Elizabeth, as long as it's nice, I'm okay with it. So, I am doing the WIP and Chat hour-long challenge. Usually my WIP and Chats are just about an hour long anyways. And I try to do one once a week, but I have to admit, like, it's not something that always happens. But I should definitely prioritize it more because that is one of my most requested videos, are more WIP and Chats. So, I wasn't sure if I was going to get it done in time for the challenge because it's over tonight. And yeah, I wasn't sure because I've been so busy with my store, and I had just spent quite a while yesterday recording. I had my Thoughts with Me video, and then I also did a unboxing, my new release from Diamond Art Club. I have not uploaded that video yet, but it will be out probably later today, possibly tomorrow, depending on kind of how I feel, where I want to put it and all that good stuff. So, but anyways, so I did that, and then I had another little unboxing from AliExpress yesterday. So I did a lot of recording yesterday, and yeah, so I wasn't really sure if I was going to get this one in and done, but I did, I'm doing it, so I'm really glad. And yeah, I am exhausted right now, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I literally was up all night long, getting my orders caught up, and I cannot tell you how good it feels to have my orders all caught up. I mean, it's like a breath. I could breathe, and I can feel like, so my work area is trashed. It really is a mess, and I haven't had time to, take the time that I want to take to organize it again, go through my inventory and all that kind of stuff. And so now that I'm all caught up, I can do that, and so I'm super, super excited to do that. Yes, I am a nerd, and I love to organize things. Like, I don't know, I just enjoy organizing stuff. So, right now I am just getting all situated here, but I am doing, as you can see, the Ice Princess, and she is beautiful. So, so beautiful, you guys. When I got this one, she was one I had a hard time putting her in the closet. Like, I wanted to work on it so bad. But I really wanted to wait until it was like cold and winter outside. So, but then I got busy with other ones and everything. And then I was working on Willow when Mindy's Diamond Moment and Kiss My Crafts decided to do the Hannah Lynn paint along, and I was like, I could do that. I got Willow out already. And then I'm like, you know what though, I don't know, Willow is like, she can wait. She looks like a spring summer type painting anyways. And so and then you got like extra, I don't really care about like the giveaways really, but you got something extra if you did one of the paintings that they're doing. And Mindy is working on the Ice Princess, and Kiss My Crafts is working on Moonglow. I have them both because I actually have all of Hannah Lynn's from Diamond Art Club because I love them so much. They're just, I don't know, something about them I just really, really, really like. Anyway, so I decided, I want to do it during the colder months, and it is already February, which is insane. And all of a sudden, it's going to be spring and summertime. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to put Willow away. Willow can wait until it's, warmer out, and I'm going to work on the Ice Princess. So this is the first edition, if you couldn't tell, because I do have a lot of it covered up. I gotta grab something. 1 second. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. I was having a little choking moment there. If you hear the TV in the background, you know, it is morning time, so Maddie's got on Full House, which is kind of one of those shows we have on in the background, kind of, you know, when you're doing other stuff, you're not like really watching it, but you just have something on. Yeah, that's our show that we do that with. Full House, Friends, like those kind of shows. But anyway, I don't even remember what I was talking about. I think I was talking about the Hannah Lynn thing. And so I was really excited to join in with that because I love Hannah Lynn's work, you guys. It is so gorgeous. And I'm so glad that she is affiliated with Diamond Art Club because, yeah, that just means we can just have all the beautiful paintings. So anyways, but I'm working on this one. I just started it yesterday and I actually got quite a bit done because I was like, I need some diamond painting time. Let's see if I can show you. My camera is in a really weird place today because my normal tripod is broken. So I'm waiting for a new one to get here in the mail. So anyways, but I got all of this row done yesterday. I'm going to do this one in a very different way than I normally do. Normally I start at the bottom and let me level you out here a little bit. I'll start at the bottom. Okay, we'll say this is my diamond painting. I usually start at the top, but I flip it over and I do the top half like upside down. Then I flip it over and I finish like this. I have done it to where I've started at the bottom, you know, same thing. But this time I'm doing it very different. I don't know why. I just decided I was going to. So I started here and I'm going to go up, down, over, down, and I'm going to do it in like a spiral. So like the middle section is going to be like the last thing that's going to be done. And I don't know why I'm super excited about that, but I am. And my daughter was like, you are so easily amused, which I know I am. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing it in a spiral. That's what it's called. You know, a spiral. I remember in high school, back when there was no texting really, and we actually hand wrote our friends' notes while we were in class. We would write these notes, me and my best friend would write notes to each other, and we would do them in like the most crazy way possible. Like we would literally write notes to each other like that, like in this spiral. So you'd have to keep turning the paper. Yeah, we wasted a lot of time writing notes and doing, you know, other stuff in class that we weren't supposed to be doing. That's okay. We graduated, so yeah. I'm going to be getting some cover minders out, so I'm going to use my rainbow jar. Somebody wanted this, and I couldn't find the message for who wanted it. So if you are a subscriber that wants this, please let me know if it was you that said that you wanted it. And then I didn't put it up in the shop because I didn't want to have somebody else get to it, you know? So yeah, but if it was you, please let me know and I will absolutely put it up in the shop when you're ready to get that. I'm also going to be using my sign off here, the "You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think." Yeah, that one. When I saw this at the store, it was a must-have. Like, I usually don't do things that have, let me see if I can show you it. that have that hole. See the hole in the top? I'm pretty picky about my cover minders that I put on my shop. Like, I don't usually do ones that have those holes, but with this one, it was like, I don't care if it has a hole. Like, that's going. Yeah, it's happening because it's my sign off. Anyways, excuse me. Let's see, which one is that? Okay. Now, one thing is kind of funny because right now, because I'm using the opaque papers, I don't even need to have all these cover minders on here, but I like them because they're fun and they're cute. The one I just put down is the same one as this guy, but just a different color in the middle. This one's pink and that one's teal. There's some of my newer ones. One of the things that's really fun about having a shop is that I can use I use different cover binders constantly because I have, I have them at my disposal, so to say. So, and I always like to try things out before I sell them, a pen, a cover binder, whatever it is, just to make sure that it's something that I want to put my name to. If that makes sense. I don't want it to be something that's gonna be like, oh, that doesn't work well or something. So yeah. Okay, so there's that one. I think I'm going to bring down Mr. Edward here, which, if you don't know, this is Edward. Edward the sloth, who holds my heart. I love this little guy. And he has been pretty much anytime I do have a chance to diamond paint, he's been on my diamond painting because he's just so cute that I just can't, I just can't leave him. I can't leave him. All right, who else do I want today? I'm gonna do a couple of these. I'm gonna do this one, I think. These are really pretty. I love them. I don't think I have them in the shop yet. I need to get them up in the shop, but they're so pretty, aren't they? They're so pretty. They're like gems as I throw them around. I just, chucking them here and there like it's a football. I think I'll use that one. This one, though, look at that one. Isn't that one awesome? I think I'm going to use that one, actually. I'm in more of a rainbowy mood. And I'm gonna use one that I have not used before. I'm gonna use my strawberry. I haven't used the strawberry. I like this one because it looks real. I have ones that are more like cartoonish kind of like, but I like this one because it's like a real strawberry sitting there on my painting. So when you diamond paint, how many cover minders do you put on your painting? Do you use them? Do you not? Do you only use them if you need them? Or do you just have them all over for fun? I mean, I know a lot of people are like me and they just have them all over because they're fun. They add a little, a little something, something. I'm going to use I haven't used this one yet either. My little Cinderella carriage. I'm going to use this one. All right, because I got to make sure that one works, It works because I've tested it. I just haven't used it. And last but certainly not least, I think I'm going to grab a heart. Because we are in February. We are coming up on Valentine's Day. I'm not a fan of Valentine's Day. It's not that I don't like it. It's not my favorite holiday. Yeah, I think it's a little bit too, commercialized, and maybe it's because I haven't really had a good one ever, really. Maybe I've had a couple, but never any enough that it's like stands out in my brain. So, I don't know. That could be, a big effect of it. If you have really good Valentine's Days all the time, you're probably going to like it a little bit more. Okay. I think I'm set up here. Finally. Now I can actually do the actual thing I came here to do, which is diamond paint. Oh, I gotta grab one more thing. One more thing. My, I never diamond paint without this one or the blue one on. Sometimes I leave it on my desk. Just depends on my mood. What is that? Oh, my sticker's coming up. Darn. It's been there so long though that I'm surprised, honestly, it hasn't come up before. Because I've had them there for quite a while, so. Anyways, yeah, I always have this with me because I used to have my multi-placers in a dish and I would get them out of there, but I would spill them all the time. So this is just like, it's too perfect. Too perfect. I'm hoping she gets a purple. I really want to buy one in purple because, or maybe a different style. I like this style, but I have this style and I have just the normal block. But I kind of want to get like one of the other shapes. Like I think she has a heart shape or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, I gotta have my cookie jar, my flour jar here so that I can put my trash in. Come on now. There we go. There we go. So how is everybody doing today? I know we're already like 15 minutes in and I haven't really said much, but you know, ramble, whatevs, that's what I do. But how is everybody doing today? It is a rainy day here in Spokane, which is winter time, so I don't like to complain because it's like I live here. So if I live here, then I made the choice, right, to be here. And I don't mind the winters. Sometimes it just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. You know what I mean? That is annoying to me when there's so much snow that it's like, it's just, you never get a break. Which was last year. We had so much snow last year that it was really bad last year. This year, it hasn't been that bad. Lately though, we've all of a sudden just been getting kind of dumped on with the snow, but, that's all right. As long as it doesn't last too long, I'm okay. I'm okay. But usually by March, I'm like, please, I just want warmer days. And I like summer. I like my summer. Now, I can't handle heat well, but I still would much rather summertime because for my depression, it's way better in the summer when I'm getting, you know, vitamin D and the sun. Just being out really affects my mood. Like if it's a sunny day, I'm so much more energetic and hyper and happy and like, so yeah, I'm definitely more of a summer person, but that doesn't mean like I don't like the other seasons. But yeah. So I have to say, I am like thoroughly enjoying working on this one. I'm not sure what it is because it doesn't seem like it's any different than other ones, but I'm just really, really enjoying it. Now, maybe it's because I haven't been able to diamond paint much lately because I've been so busy with filling other people's diamond painting order stuff. And so when I do get to do it, I enjoy it more maybe. I don't know. Because before I had a shop and I didn't do anything like that. Anytime I wanted, I could diamond paint and, you know, so I maybe took it more for granted. Maybe that's it. Just maybe. I filled 34 orders last night, y'all. I am one tired mama, but that's okay. I will get through this. Once I'm done with this, I am taking a nap. We are going to put on a movie and I'm going to take a nap because that's what I need. And then later this afternoon, once I have a car, I will take all of those packages to the post office. And then we're going to go pick up Eli. I don't know if we'll just have him for the weekend or end up keeping him like for a week like we did last time. I don't know. We'll have to just play it by ear. We might be going car shopping this weekend. I'm not sure. I think it just depends on if it snows, because I had to buy my last car when it was literally 4 degrees outside. And it was like the wind chill was like minus 11 or something. And I went car shopping in snow pants and a huge coat, a ski mask, winter gloves, like the whole 9 yards. And every time I would go into a new car dealership, I was like that lame person. I take my ski mask off. I'm like, I'm not gonna rob ya. I'm just looking for a car. But it was so freaking cold that it was miserable. Miserable. But this time is gonna be hard because every time, ever since I was, 16 and bought my very first car, my papa has been there to help me pick the car out and to look it over because he was a mechanic. And this will be the first time that I go car shopping without his assistance, and because he passed away a couple years ago. So it's gonna be weird because, yeah, I just always go with him. And the one time me and my husband went together to look at a car, we drove it like right over to him to look at it before we bought it, just to be sure, because he was, like I said, he was a mechanic. And we would always have to buy American cars because that's what he worked on. And so he would always say, like, if you buy, a foreign car, I can't help you. And so we would always, like, our whole family has always had to buy American cars. But then, like, I don't know where Kias come from, to be honest with you, but he fell in love with the Kias, and he got a Kia. And then my car is a Kia because my last car, we went shopping, and he, he really likes Kias. And so I love my car, but there's a lot going on with it, and it's horrible on gas. Really bad. Like 14 miles to the gallon bad. I could have a freaking SUV or a van and get better gas mileage than that. My van did get better gas mileage. It was like 17, 18. So, yeah. But it is, the reason it gets such bad gas mileage is because it's such a heavy car. Which, being a heavy car means that it's a safe car. But, yeah, it's just, it's too much. And there's too much going on with it. It's just not worth fixing. So, we'll be going car shopping probably this weekend. If not this weekend, next weekend. But my husband also, they're pretty slow at work right now, and he gets 4 weeks of vacation time every year, and he has used some vacation lately, but it was from last year. Like they let him like roll it over because he didn't use it, and he doesn't ever take sick days. Like he has to be dying to take a sick day, and so. Yeah, we were thinking maybe we would go car shopping on the weekday because it would be less busy and he could just take the day off or something. But I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know. All I know is that I'm excited to have a car that, like, I can use the normal headlights and not blind people at night because I never know when mine are going to work or not. Anyways, so other stuff going on. Let's see. Oh, well, I had a doctor appointment on Monday for something I should have seen the doctor months ago. But leave it to me to procrastinate, wait, put it off. It's never the right time. I always think about it when they're closed, that kind of a thing. Yeah. Well, my family has been bugging me a lot, and so I finally did it. But I have noticed that this last summer, I noticed I had a small bump on my hip. I didn't think much of it at first because I have really bad hips, and they told me like that I'm gonna have to have a hip replacement by the time I'm 40. And I'm 35, by the way. Anyway, so I'm thinking, all right, it's something to do with my hip and all the junk that goes on with it. Well, it started to grow and grow, and I'm like, okay, that's a cyst. So, yeah, I showed my husband. He's like, yeah, that looks like a cyst, but, you know, it's growing pretty quickly. You might want to get it looked at. So, I had a sinus infection, and I went to the doctor for that, and that was in September. And when I was there, I was like, oh, by the way, I have this weird bump thing growing on my hip. And he looked at it and he's like, oh, yeah, we need to take that off. We need to get that off. I'm like, okay. He's like, we need to make that appointment. When you leave here, make an appointment to come back and we'll just, you know, take it off real quick. No. We're not going to do that because the last time I had an office visit like that, or an office surgery, whatever you want to call it, procedure, I ended up in the hospital with huge amounts of blood loss because it was way deeper than they thought. And I ended up having to get 3 surgeries on top of that to fix what happened during that surgery. And this was, the one that I'm talking about was with a cyst that was on my arm. And, yeah, it royally messed my arm up. I still have a scar that's gnarly. It looks really weird. But anyways. So I didn't make the appointment that day. I thought, I was like, I'll go home. I'll call my plastic surgeon. She's the one that, you know, fixed my arm when it went kapooey. So I got home and I called her and she is retired. I was so sad that she'd retired because she was so good. I really liked her. Really, really liked her. Anyways, so of course that put me to a place where I'm like, I don't know what to do now. I don't know who to call. Like, who do I call? Of course, there's other plastic surgeons in that office, but I've never seen them. I don't know. So, again, I just kind of put it off for a while. But it kept getting worse and worse and worse. And by Christmas time, New Year's, my mom and sister were here, and they could see it actually, like, protruding out. Oh, you can see it with my, like, leggings on. So I showed them, and they both, of course, started freaking out at me that I hadn't got in, because it is now the size, like, the part that's sticking out of my leg is about the size, I want to say, of, like, a small plum, maybe. It's about, like, I want to say, like, this big or so. But it's about, the doctor thinks it's more, like, on the inside and everything, that it's about the size of a small kiwi, which is the whole cyst is about that size. So it has quadrupled in size since September. So I'm not sure what's going on with it. I've never had a cyst that has done that before. They will do biopsies when they take it out to make sure, like, everything is, you know, is okay with it, and there's no, like, you know, cancer cells or whatever, which I'm not that worried about. Just, it's really weird, though, that it's grown so fast, because I have had other cysts, and none of them have ever grown, you know, like they were on steroids or something. Yeah, so I need to call the surgeon. My appointment was on Monday. He told me if I didn't hear from them by Wednesday to call, and this week literally just got away from me. It wasn't that I was, like, putting it off or anything. I just totally spaced it. And so as soon as I'm done doing this, I need to call them, make an appointment to be seen. But he did put me on antibiotics because he said it looked like it was getting infected because of the color. I'm like, it doesn't hurt at all, like not even a little bit. And if it was infected, it would hurt at least a little bit. He's like, yeah, usually. And I'm like, yeah, I've had infections before. I know what that feels like. This doesn't hurt at all. It feels like normal skin. That's it. He's like, well, I'd feel a lot more comfortable with your history if I gave you an oral antibiotic. And I'm like, okay, you can give it to me. So he gave it to me, and I haven't started it yet because I honestly, I don't feel like it's infected. It doesn't look infected to me. It has been this color for a while, and that's why he says it looks infected, because it's like this reddish purplish color. But it's been that color for a long time, and it hasn't, like, even though it's grown, it hasn't gotten like worse in color, or like it doesn't hurt at all or anything. So I've kind of like, I think I might hold off on the antibiotics till I see the surgeon, because I don't want to just take antibiotics I don't need. Because then when you do need them, they don't work as good. And a lot of times, I think doctors like overprescribe antibiotics. At least it seems that they do. The drill got away from me. I got a couple of them that like jumped off of my multiplacer, and there we go. There we go. Yeah, so I just think antibiotics are kind of like over prescribed. And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to put something like that in my body if I don't need to. I just got done with antibiotics for my mouth, and I was on those antibiotics for quite a while, and they messed my stomach up so bad. I don't know. Does that happen to you guys? I mean, I know it's a side effect, but man, it is not fun. Like, I hate it. Hate it. And I know Augmentin does that to me. Augmentin, which is the one they gave me for the cyst. There's a couple times that I took Augmentin on an empty stomach, and I have such a sensitive stomach that I like threw up for like 3 hours afterwards. It was horrible. And I called the doctor, and they're like, yeah, you can't take that on an empty stomach or it'll make you feel sick. I'm like, feel sick? No. I'm not just feeling sick. I am sick. And, that does happen. So now, like, I always eat when I take antibiotics. I don't chance it at all, because that is not fun. Not fun at all. Sorry, I just had a brain fart there for a second. I was trying to think about what I'm gonna do next, and then I saw a couple more of this color. So, all right, I gotta get a drink. Hold on one second. Oh, goodness sakes. I am sore. My neck is really sore, and it's not from diamond painting. When you like turn your neck really fast or something, and you like, you pull it, not fun. I did that yesterday, and it has been really sore ever since. Actually, I'm gonna go take some ibuprofen. I'll be back. Okay, guys, I am back. It has been about, I want to say 3 hours. Yeah, it took me a long time to take that medicine. No, I'm just kidding. I actually, I got up to get the medicine, and I just really wasn't feeling well. Like, I just got super nauseous all of a sudden, and I just did not feel good, and I really was like, I need to lay down. So I did. I went and I laid down because I really try hard to listen to my body. Because if I don't, I regret it. So anyway, so I did. I went and laid down and I slept for about 2 hours, which I really needed, which I'm going to need to take another nap here. I know because I literally, like I said, I was up all night last night from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. I worked on orders to get them all done. And so I was just exhausted, and yeah, my body was telling me so. So I got a little bit of sleep, and then I had to go and I took your guys' packages to the post office. And after that, I went and I picked up Eli. And on the way home, I took him over to the field so he could like run around for a few minutes, go potty, and all that good stuff. And so then I got him home, and of course him and Lincoln, they go bananas together because they're so excited to see each other. And then Eli, he is like a nut with water. He will drink and drink and drink, either till the water's gone or you tell him that's enough. Now, granted, at home he doesn't always have water in his crate, so he just drinks like when he gets out, and he gets out of his crate all the time, you guys. So don't like think he's like sitting in his crate all day or something. He gets out all the time, and so he will drink, and he'll just keep drinking until me or Stephanie used to be like, that's enough. And so we've had to do that with him here too. Especially the first like day he's here, he constantly is wanting to drink water because it's like he's afraid it's not going to be there or something, you know? And so he like literally came in and like just drank until the water was gone. And so I had to go put more water in it because Lincoln and Jack drink that water too. And if you guys didn't know this, house cats are one of the most dehydrated animals because they don't drink as much as they should. And that's why a lot of times people, like vets will tell you to give them either wet food or put water in their food because they don't get enough fluid by themselves. Anyway, so I always want to have water available for them. And Lincoln doesn't sit and just drink and drink and drink. Really? Lincoln, quit. So Lincoln is, if you haven't heard me say this 1,000 times, Lincoln is very, very vocal. He just talks a lot, and it's very obnoxious sometimes because he seems to not be able to do anything without talking while he does it. Now, Eli talks a lot too, but Eli just goes like, you know, he doesn't bark, where Lincoln will do those sounds and stuff too, but then he barks, and it's like, oh my gosh, you can't even train with that dog without him barking. So lately, that is what I've been doing for his training, is like getting him to do things without having to bark. Because it's just, it's annoying, especially because like we can't do anything playing or training with him if my husband is asleep because he'll just continue to bark and then wake him up. And so yeah, that it just drives me nuts, but whatevs. Hi, bud. here's Eli boy. Hey, now he's under me as a footstool. Hey, bud. Eli. What are you doing? What are you doing down there, dude? Says I'm scrounging for food. There's no food back there, bud. Sorry to disappoint you. Eli, come here. What are you doing? He's like, because I have a garbage can right here, but there's no food in it. This is all like papers and stuff, you know, that have to do with the business or diamond painting. No food. But he's gonna try his best and find something, even though there's nothing there. dogs. Eli, quit! You're not a footrest. You are not a footrest. As much as you want to be. I swear, at least one time every time I'm diamond painting or working, at least one time he'll come over and go under my feet and just stand there. Do you hear that? Yep, he's back at the water. Eli, enough. Enough, bubba's. He's like, excuse me? Does somebody tell you it's enough water? He's had plenty, you guys. Seriously. He will have to go pee every, like, hour the first couple days he's here because he drinks so much. He actually, the first time he was here, he's fully potty trained, but I was in the bathroom doing my hair, and he came in, and I was using the blow dryer. He came in and left, and then came back in, and, like, as he was leaving, I was thinking, oh, I probably should take him potty. And I come out of the bathroom, like, 2 minutes later, and Alex is like, oh, Eli! And Eli had, like, jumped on his bed and then started peeing. Like, on his bed. And then we're like, what in the world? Why? I don't know why he did it there. Like, it makes no sense. But, Alex was like, no, and he stopped right away and, like, jumped down, and he was like, oh, like, I'm sorry, but, oh my gosh, so then Alex took him outside, and he peed and peed and peed and peed. I've never seen a dog pee so long. I'm like, he had to go bad, and it's because he drinks water so much, because Lincoln gets enough water, but he can go, all day if he needs to, without having to go pee. Now, I take him a few times a day just because, like, we pee all the time, so, And Lincoln will tell me, too. He goes to the door, and he'll whine and whine and whine and whine until you hear him and take him potty. Like, he is not one that's going to be like, oh, you're not going to take me? I'm going to go somewhere else. Nope. He'll just sit there and whine at you. Whine, whine, whine. Look at you. Come over to you. Whine some more. Yeah. And we never taught him, like, an alert sign for, like, blood sugars. He kind of just did it himself, and unfortunately, he chose to whine. So he will sit in Maddie's doorway and whine, and so sometimes I'm like, are you alerting me, or are you needing to go potty, or what do you need? So anytime he sits and whines, I always go and check her just to be on the safe side, because I need to turn his whining into an actual alert. That way it's like clear as day. Jack is, oh, that's lovely. Lincoln has, let me show you guys what's going on here. Hold on. Maddie has given Eli a toy. Because Eli won't rip them apart. Can you get that from him, please? Hi. I'm recording, so. Eli will just gnaw on something. He won't rip it apart. But Lincoln got a hold of it, and, like, literally within 2 seconds, the panda's head is off and Fluff is on the floor. They're saying hello, hello, hello. No. Yes, they want to play now because Maddie's on the ground with them. Oh, goodness. What goes on here? I'd tell you guys. I'll tell you what. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, that's, yep. They are so funny, but sometimes they are just too much. Too loud, too much. Chill. Hey, you guys, chill. No more playing right now. Quiet. And it's funny because they always want to play in the worst times. Like, whether it's now and I'm trying to do something with the camera, or it's at 8:30 after they come in from going potty. They get all hyper and they want to run around and play and be all loud, and it's like, Seth is asleep, and I don't want them to wake him up, because then that's not good for anybody if Seth gets woke up. It's not good when it happens, and it's not good the next day. Because he gets up super early to go to work, and So then he'll be tired and, you know, and he lets us all know. They asked for soa. So anyways, all right, I'm done with that color. There it is. I was like, where did I put the color though? Okay, I'm going to do, what color? Do you guys ever like have a hard time deciding which color you want to do? Because I do all the time. Like, that's sometimes the hardest part for me, is choosing the next color I'm going to work on. So what else has been going on lately? Oh, I just found out today, actually like a half hour ago, that our insurance man got our title to our car, and so he put the money for... Okay, sorry guys. I was like, what the heck are they barking at? I didn't realize it was already 3 o'clock. And my husband was coming home from work, so of course they get all, you know, Lincoln gets all excited and barks, 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 and then Eli gets excited too, and yeah. But now Eli took one of the toys and went under our table to chew on it to play, so that, or I mean, to get away from Lincoln, so Lincoln doesn't take it from him. Ah, goodness. Anyway, as I was saying, we got the money for our car, so we are able to now go out and start looking for a new car. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to look for. I don't know if we're going to get just another 4-door sedan, if we're going to look for a van. I don't want an SUV because they're quite a bit more expensive and they are more gas. So, but yeah. Anyways, I wouldn't mind a van again. I love driving a van. Like, I used to not ever want one. Like, I was like, I'll never drive a van. And then once I had both of our kids and I got a van, I loved it. Like, loved it. And I would have never got rid of it if it wouldn't have totally, like, died on me. Yeah, the heater broke in it, and apparently, like, you have to go inside of the whole dash, and it just, my mechanic was like, it is not worth to take this car up all the way apart to fix the heater. And it was an older van. I can't remember what year it was, but it was a Ford Windstar, and I really did love that van. I loved everything about it. And I one of my favorite things is, especially when I had little kids that were like in car seats and stuff, was the automatic. Okay, so apparently today is just, you know, when I said that I don't mind, I like recording WIP and Chats, remember that? But I said it's hard sometimes to fit it into the schedule to where, you know, it's actually quiet for me to be able to do a full WIP and Chat. Yeah, this is why. This is why. Because if everybody's not sleeping, then there's just chaos a lot of times, especially with the dog. And dogs, when we have Eli, because they just want to play and be loud. And then, you know, people are coming in and coming out, so the dogs bark because people, you know, it's just, that's just the way it is. That's why I have a hard time doing these sometimes. And it's not that I don't like doing them. And I know you guys are always asking me to do more of them. So thank you to Mrs. Coffee for kind of putting this challenge out there. Because for one, I would not have done a WIP and Chat today. Because they're just no way. No way. But I'm really glad that I was able to do it, get it done for her challenge, because her challenge actually ends today. She put a challenge out there last week during her live, I believe it was her live, or one of her videos, I don't remember, on doing a 1-hour WIP and Chat. And these videos are definitely videos that people really like. I love to listen to them while I work on my paintings, so it's something different than sitting and, you know, watching a movie or watching TV or listening to music or something. And you get to be able to, like, get to know people and what's going on in their lives and all that fun stuff. So I am really glad that she did this challenge because not only am I, doing this part of it, but then I have a bunch of other people's that I can listen to while I'm working. And because if there's not a live going when I'm working, then I try to find a WIP and Chat, and sometimes it's hard to find one. So that's not like old or, one I've already listened to. I need to get the live schedule because then I know when everybody goes. Because there are some people, like, I didn't even know that Crashly went on Sundays. No idea. How I didn't know that, I don't know. Probably because there's so many people out there, and I try to watch so many people, and it's just like, yeah. So I was like, oh my gosh, because she goes right before Diamond Painting with Dave. And I always listen to his lives, and even if I'm not home, like if I am in the grocery, because a lot of times I'll be, for some reason, going to the grocery store on Sunday evenings, and so I'll take my phone with me and listen as I shop. And I did that last night, actually. I was listening to Diamond Painting with Donnie as I was shopping at Walmart. And so yeah, I love lives because you can listen to somebody and you can interact with all of the community. And I don't know, there's something about it. I love being in them and I love doing them. Right now, I'm only doing one a week, which is on Saturday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But I've been thinking about doing a second one, maybe during like the day or morning. I haven't decided on a time and then also on a day, because I'd like to do it the same time, like regularly, like a schedule. That way people know when I'll be on. So it's not like a guessing game. So hopefully I can figure that out soon. It would also be wonderful if YouTube would hurry the little... Oh my word. Lincoln, quiet. Thank you. It would be wonderful if YouTube would hurry their buns up with the allowing me to use my phone to do a live, because that would be really cool, because I have some ideas that I would like to do, but I can't do them until I can do that. And, I was under the impression that right when you hit 1,000 subscribers, you are then eligible to go live from your mobile device, which is absolutely not true, y'all. So if you're waiting to hit to that 1,000 and you're like, ooh, I'm almost there. Nope. It takes weeks, if not months sometimes, to get it verified through YouTube. Because I contacted them and I'm like, hey, I've had 1,000 subscribers for a week and a half now. Why can't I still not go live? And she went and did some research or whatever, and then came back and told me that it takes time, and they want you to have 1,000 subscribers for a little while, so that way you're not like getting eligible or getting it and then having it be taken away all the time. Well, it's like, well, then I don't know, it feels like you should tell people that, because I was anticipating, being able to go live from my phone when I hit 1,000, because that's what I was told. So, just be aware of that if you're, and it's not a huge deal. I actually prefer, if I'm going to do, like a WIP and Chat live kind of a thing, I actually would prefer to use the computer. It's a little easier. I don't have to worry about my phone battery dying and all that stuff, and I'm used to it. But for doing a live, like, let's say if I wanted to do a live outside of the house, like if I wanted to do a live from the post office as I shipped your items, I can't do that yet until I can get YouTube to allow me to. So yeah, was still a little irritated. I tried again last night. It wouldn't work, because I was hoping that I would be able to do, because I wanted to do it, the drop-off today at the post office. I wanted to do it live. But because it wouldn't let me, I wasn't able to do that. So I did record it. I'm not sure when and how I'm going to get that up to you because I have quite a few other videos taking place that I have like already recorded that need to be
Published,
edited, and then uploaded to YouTube. So I'm not sure, but pretty much all of the orders pretty much went out today. So yeah, you should be getting your packages within the next couple days, depending on where you live. People who live, you know, out of the country, obviously it takes longer for them to get their packages. But man, this is one of my absolute favorite colors to work with, the DMC. I'm so used to having my phone camera using it this side, but because I have to have it plugged in right now because it's dying, my phone was gonna die, I have the camera on this side, so I'm all messed up. But anyways, this is like one of my favorite colors. 3843 and 3846 are my thing. That's my thing. Those are the ones I love like the most to work with because they're so pretty. I think it's $9.95 or $9.96. The one I just did, it's $9.96. So it's this one. That one's really, really pretty too. It's like a blue with just like a tint of purple. But this one has a lot of the colors that I like because it's the Ice Princess. So there's a lot of blues and teals and stuff. I don't remember what color is her hair. Isn't it like white? Yeah, it's white and silver. White and silver. So yeah, there's a lot of white in this one too, but a lot of blues, some pastels. It's just a beautiful painting. It really is. I don't know. It's not my favorite of hers, but it's one of my favorites of hers. I don't know. I don't know. Moonglow is up there. That one I love. And the other one, I don't remember I think the name is Trixie. I think. I love Trixie. Trixie is fantastic. I also love Lady Liberty though, the one that came out, you know, most recent. But it's funny because I'm like sitting here trying to decide which one, and I'm just naming all of them because they're all my favorites. There are some of her artwork I wish they could do, and I don't think they will, but I have been debating for a while if I should get the coloring book. Because I do have colored pencils. I do have a marker set, so I wouldn't like have to go out and buy anything to do it. And I have a gift card for Amazon, so I could buy. I've seen the flip throughs of it, and it's just, I love it. And I think Maddie would like to listen or watch it, not watch it, use it as well.
Go.
Hold on, I gotta get the dogs. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, today is a day, you guys. It is just, I'm gonna have more editing for this WIP and Chat than I think I've ever had to do before. Because typically I do my WIP and Chats either late at night or really early in the morning when everybody, including the dogs, are sleeping. That way I don't have this issue. Because even if like it was just me and the dogs, people would still probably walk by. The dogs would still try to play with each other. So it's like, I don't even think that like the people being out of my house would solve the problem. It would sure make it better though. Especially because like my son decides when, I don't know, it's like he doesn't think when I'm recording to be conscious of that. And, you know, he just talks or does stuff and makes sounds, and then he's like, sorry, like all loud as well. It's like, oh, for the love. And then Maddie's usually pretty quiet. She's just, you know, over doing stuff on her iPad right now. So Maddie is learning German, which is pretty cool. There's an app that she's been using. I don't remember what it's called, but Maddie, what's the app called that you're doing the German class for? What's it called? Duolingo. So there's an app called Duolingo, and she's doing her German through that. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool that they can do that at home, take a German class, and she I think the main reason she wanted to learn it was because like her cousins know it fluently because they used to live in Germany. And so this way she can like, talk to them. And I mean, obviously they know English. Right. So as she was just saying, she's like, I didn't want to learn a language I couldn't use with anybody else. So since she was going to learn a language, she chose German because that way she can talk to her cousins. And her cousins obviously can speak English. They are American and they speak English better than German, but they speak German really well because they lived there for quite a while. And my sister's having my niece's friend, I think it is, come this summer for a vacation. And so they're like, yeah, we better make sure we, are working on our German and not forgetting and everything. So that'll be cool too, because Maddie will be able to kind of have a conversation with her without having the whole thing be translated. So yeah, so Maddie does her little German class every day, and Alex wants to learn Chinese or Japanese. What is it, Maddie? What is Alex doing, Japanese or Chinese? Japanese. So Alex is learning Japanese. And yeah, his reason is because he wants to watch anime, but you know what? I don't care what his reason is. If he's learning a language, and he's interested in doing that, and he's gonna, if he's interested in it, he's gonna do well. And so, yeah, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. He is doing much, much better this semester so far. He has a much better attitude about school, and he never like fights going to school. Like he just gets up and goes every day. He never is like, I don't want to go or anything. But his attitude towards his grades have been not so good up until this point. It's all, it doesn't matter. They don't count yet. What's the point kind of a thing. But he seems to have had a change of attitude, and he's doing much better. In one of his classes, he has like 120 something percent because he's done like the extra credit, and that's like career and like life skills for that class, which that is like one of the classes that is really important, because that's the kind of stuff you are going to use for sure in your day-to-day life. I am not good at math, and I tried to do geometry, and I tried to have a tutor, and it was so hard for me. And like with my dyslexia, I just have a really hard time with it. So, they recommended that I took business math, and that was like how to do a checkbook and how, it was just more practical everyday math. And I think that was probably the most beneficial class that I took at in high school, was that, and early childhood learning, which is basically what I did at college. I got my early childhood degree, and I took it twice in high school. And so I got credit for it for college in high school if you took it for the full year, which was kind of cool. And I got to work in a couple different daycares, and I worked, when I was going to college, I worked as a preschool teacher at an elementary school when I was getting my early childhood degree. So, yeah, anyways, let's see what time we're on here. We're about 20 minutes. I think I'm going to have to piece different things together because I have had to stop so many times due to interruptions with the dogs and people and this, that, and everything else. But I think I'm about at an hour now, and if I go too much longer, it just takes longer and longer for my phone to upload and export and all that good stuff. Which is why I try to keep my WIP and Chats at about an hour. Otherwise, it takes hours and hours to get them done. And yeah, it's the uploading and exporting that takes the longest. So, and I have about, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have about 3 hours to get this all done and get the link over to Mrs. Coffee. So, I think I'm going to go. But I would like to say one more time, thank you to Mrs. Coffee for putting this together. I think it was a really, really good idea. And thanks for letting me participate in it. So with that being said, though, guys, as always, don't forget, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. And you are loved more than you know. So with that, keep shining, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Thank you for watching, and if you haven't already and would like to subscribe, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and the bell icon to be notified when I put up a new video.